everyone. Welcome back to many of you, actually. I see a lot of familiar faces. Super excited to be the first one to properly welcome you to the conference in 2025.
Most of you have heard the phrase, culture eats strategy for breakfast, or something like that. If I'm obsessed about something, I am obsessed about how leaders shape culture, whether in a startup or in a larger organization.
And if you say, hey, we need to work hard here, and you're doing 8 to 5, guess what? People aren't going to believe you. If you say, I value everyone individually, and you walk around the office and get to know everybody and their families and what they're all about, then they believe you. And empathize is what you need. So there's all sorts of, we could go on forever about this stuff, but this is a hard job being a founder. It doesn't mean you shouldn't do it, though. Fractional founders, too, right?
Yes, well, Barry knows I'm a personal big fan of what I call fractional founders.
You'd rather have a product that 1,000 people absolutely love and can't live without than a product that 10 million people are kind of like, yeah, I guess that's better.
I love that you share that, because literally in the earlier session, Barry and I were just talking about the importance of fractional founders who are, in a strategic full-time job, come across a pain point and build a part-time project to solve that. And to some extent, what you're describing is everybody needs to be fractional in AI, because it's going to completely change the way all of us do our work. So everybody needs to kind of pick that up on the side, regardless of the space they're building in.
What vision of the future is exciting to you? Like, what are you actually trying to do? Okay, for the things that aren't moving in the right direction, where can you move the needle, given your predilection, skills, assets?
Most of the investors, we can handle uncertainties and the change, but we really don't like surprises and confusions.
Honestly, I think the best and the only signal that I believe is customer feedback. The best insights that we got was from the customers. Ask people who are actually using and paying for a product.
Your network is huge as a channel for you, but I would say also additionally, social proof is your best channel early on.
I think co-creation with your customers, with your market, is the best way to do this. Co-creation builds unity.
When you're starting out, I definitely think marketing is important, because people have to hear about your product first before you even, start selling. Research shows that 90% of a decision is made prior to talking to a salesperson, so something to consider.
You start with, what are you building for the consumer? What is the product? What is the job to be done? And you start there, and then you work backwards towards the technology.
Really outgrowing your technology is a great problem to have, because that actually means you've succeeded to a point where whatever choices you made aren't scaling to the demand for your product.
I think one of the things you do have to keep in mind, though, is I have seen products where they keep iterating on product market fit for years, and then they accumulate so much technical debt that they lose the ability to be flexible.
People management is super hard. I think it is far more difficult than anything else that any of us will do in most of our profession.
So one cultural value which we had is people should hold two principles simultaneously. The first is, nothing is too big for me. And the second is, nothing is too small for me.
Culture was, we hire the best person we can, and then we trust them. And if you make a mistake, no problem, just do it again.
I really like the distinction between nice and kind. And you can't be kind if you're not being clear. And I think clarity is something that every founder should be striving for. And all the talks we've heard today are about getting to clarity in every dimension of the business.
Who's on your board? That's actually matters more than, the firm. It's who's the partner you're working with? Yeah. How are they going to add value? Jessica made the great point about, if you're going to partner with someone, make sure your capabilities, your experience are complementary.
The thing to have not made a mistake on is to have asked yourself the question, do I actually want to be building, and should I be building a VC-tracked company?
When you're raising money, there is a set of sort of down the middle of the fairway market terms. And anything that sort of deviates that should, at least be looked at carefully on the investor side or on the founder side.
It's never been easier to build. It's never been easier to get a better idea about what the core challenges are going to be when building.
And I think finding the right kind of investor to startup fit is as important as understanding what it is that you are personally interested in and want to spend your energy and time on.
It really isn't sectors that we pick, it's really the founders that we pick. I guess you call it unfair advantage, but quantifiably it's really, what did you do that others can't do or didn't do?
I am definitely one that leans towards making sure I have something, a bucket that's not.
You need to have something you deeply care about, and whether it's working well or not, you're going to wake up every day for 10 years and absolutely love doing it.